My daughter's imaginary friend has been giving her information that no one should know. She's 5 years old, started talking about her friend Sophie 3 months ago. Normal imaginary friend stuff at first, tea parties, conversations, nothing concerning. 2 weeks ago, she told me Sophie said Grandpa has a secret in his workshop. My father died a year ago. He had a workshop in his garage that we cleaned out and sold with the house. I asked what kind of secret, and she said money, hidden in the walls. I laughed it off, but it bothered me. My father was paranoid about banks. Always talked about keeping cash safe, but we never found anything when he died. Yesterday, I drove to his old house. The new owners let me check the workshop. I brought a stud finder and checked the walls. Behind a panel, I found $50,000 in cash wrapped in plastic. I felt sick. I asked my daughter how she knew, and she said Sophie told her. I asked how Sophie knows about Grandpa, and she said Sophie knows everything. She's really old. Last night, my daughter came to me crying. She said Sophie is mad that I found the money, that it wasn't for me. I asked who it was for, and she said Sophie won't tell her, but someone's coming to get it. I thought she was just scared, so I comforted her and put her to bed. At 2 a.m., someone broke into our house. I heard glass breaking downstairs and called the police. I grabbed my daughter and locked us in the bedroom. I heard footsteps coming up the stairs, then a woman's voice saying, "I know you found it, I need it back." The police arrived and arrested her. She's my father's ex-girlfriend from 20 years ago, before he met my mother. She said my father owed her money, that he promised to pay her back, that she's been looking for it since he died. The police asked how she knew we found it, and she said someone called her yesterday and told her. I checked my phone records, no outgoing calls. My daughter said Sophie called her. This morning, I searched my father's belongings that I kept and found old letters from the woman. In one letter, she mentions her daughter Sophie, who died in a car accident 15 years ago at age 7. I showed my daughter a photo from the letter and asked if that's her friend. She said yes, that's Sophie, but she's older now. The photo was taken before Sophie died. I asked my daughter what else Sophie has told her, and she said lots of things, like where mommy goes on Tuesdays. I don't go anywhere on Tuesdays, I work from home. She said Sophie says I leave at noon and come back at 3. I checked my car's GPS history, and there are trips every Tuesday I don't remember taking. Someone has been using my car while I'm working. I installed a camera in the garage and checked yesterday's footage. At noon, my sister let herself in through the side door, took my car keys, and left. She came back at 3. I confronted her, and she admitted she's been borrowing my car for 3 months to meet someone. She's having an affair and using my car so her husband won't track her. I asked how my daughter knew, and my sister went pale. She said she's been careful. There's no way she could know. Then my daughter walked in and said Sophie says Aunt Lisa's friend is lying to her. He's married too, and his wife is pregnant. My sister grabbed her phone and started texting. She showed me the response. He admitted everything. I asked my daughter what else Sophie has told her, and she said Sophie knows when people lie, that she can see everything now that she's not stuck in one place. My daughter said Sophie wants to help us, but we have to listen. Last night, my daughter told me Sophie says Daddy has a secret too. My husband was acting strange, and I confronted him. He broke down and admitted he lost his job 4 months ago and has been lying about going to work. This morning, my daughter said Sophie told her something scary. She said there's a bad man coming to our house today and we need to leave. I asked who, and she said Sophie doesn't know his name, but he's angry about the money. I called the police and told them about the threat. They sent an officer to watch the house. At 4 p.m., a man showed up claiming to be a contractor my father hired years ago. Said my father owed him money for work he never paid for. The officer ran his name and found outstanding warrants. He had a gun in his car. I don't know how my daughter knows these things. I don't know if I believe in ghosts, but something is telling her information she couldn't possibly have. Tonight, she said Sophie has one more secret to share, but I'm not going to like it. She said Sophie knows why mommy's been having nightmares. I've been having the same nightmare for months, drowning in a car. My daughter said Sophie was in the car with me. She said it hasn't happened yet, but it's going to unless I stay away from the bridge on Riverside Drive. That's my route to work.